Hey guys, welcome back to Dark Souls, episode 5. When we last left off, we upgraded our weapon, modified it from +5 to +6. So our damage now is 256. And we also bought a couple items from Andre's store that's going to come in handy. So now we're not heading to Blight Town just yet. We're actually going to be going back to the asylum. So, I don't know, some of you are probably surprised by that. Like, how would you even get back? Well, I'm going to show you. Also, the rest of you who already know are probably laughing at the way I'm presenting this. So, I never actually showed, but when we were in the asylum, there was one door we couldn't go through. It was locked when you get a key. The key is actually on the mainland here. I'm about to grab it. So, roll onto that. Start to head up here. Roll over here, and there's the key. Now, just slowly make our way back onto that. Now let's head. Whoa, that was bad. Let's head up to the highest point of Firelink Shrine. We're at this nest, and we curl up like a ball, and we just sit here. So the idea is we kind of look like an egg, I guess. I guess that's the idea they were going for. And here we go. Triggered it. Alright, and we're back at the Northern Undead Asylum. Oh, that was poorly done. And why am I parrying these guys? I could probably kill them faster by just, yep, doing that. Alright, so first things first, let's head over here.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
So, this is Snuggly the Crow. You trade items with him. I talked about trading very shortly, very briefly during episode 1 when I was creating the character, talking about gifts. Because there are a couple of gifts that are just for trading with him.
You, give me.
So, if there's something you've traded him before and drop it, he'll say no, not again. If there's something you can't trade and you drop it, he'll say no, not that. So that's kind of how you figure out what you trade, what can be traded and what can't be. But there's also lists you can find online, which is how I learned about the different things. So I'm just showing this trade. I'm really honestly just showing a couple trades to give you guys an idea of how it works.
Give me.
So we gave up that stack, which is pretty useless, and we got the Demon's Great Hammer. I'm not going to be using it, but you guys can keep that in mind if you want to use a slow but really strong weapon in your playthrough. So each of these can be traded in for a Twinkling Titanite. If you use that for your weapon, there's a few weapons that use that item. So yeah, if you want the full list, just Google Snuggly the Crow And I'm sure you can find a list of all the trades very easily from there. So we're gonna clear out the asylum. As you can tell, the asylum is kind of different on our return visit. With that, there are Black Knights here. I guess they came here to clear out the asylum because they found out people were escaping. Because the protector is gone. We killed the asylum demon. That's job was supposed to keep undead people from escaping to the mainland. But since we killed it, people can just, who haven't gone full hollow, can just escape. I don't know if you were able to see that just now, popped up, but it looks like somebody was playing some. I couldn't read it. If I had to guess, I think that might be Lady Titania recording the Halloween, recording her first game for the Halloween season. I forget the name of it, but it's a cute little game where you're a ghost and you gotta clear out the house. So yeah, I guess I'm recording this and she's recording that at the same time. So we're heading this way now. And here's a second Black Knight. So I got 2 Black Knight swords. Yeah. I mean, that's some pretty good damage. If I wanted to, I could swap over. But I'm honestly having fun with the Claymore, so I think I'm going to stick with it. Especially since my stats are way out of line for using that weapon now. Oh, hey, if you look at who it is. He's gone full on hollow, so this is what he was talking about. Or he didn't want to hurt us after he dies. But we came back, so he's not that hard. I've come back to the asylum sooner before and killed him at lower levels. It takes a lot longer, but it's still not hard. And the boulder trap is back, so don't let that trick you. Heal. Go this way. All the enemies are stronger than the first time we were here as well. I backstabbed him this time. Let's heal. As you can see, there's a spear guy here now, too. So let's kick him to move his shield out of the way. And got him. So this was the door I was talking about that we couldn't go through. And just over here is the rusted iron ring. So now we can tread through deeper water without issue. Oh, I left that Chris shield. Alright. So I didn't unlock that either when I was here before. That was unlocked with with the key he gave us originally, along with the So okay. With that, you might think, well, kind of ruined it already, I guess. Yeah. I was gonna make a funny joke. I'll kind of, it wouldn't even be that funny. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright. And with that, I guess we can leave the asylum. Oh no! What's this? Another demon? The stray demon. Alright, so, obviously... Oh wow. I messed up. Anyway, obviously I already know this guy exists. I wonder how bad that was. Good acting. I can't wait to hear that back on editing. Alright, well, let's try that again. Let's go. There we go, I hit him. So this is going to be a slow fight. I'm not sure if we're actually supposed to be fighting him. Yeah, I'm not sure when you're supposed to fight him. But I always fight him about right now. Okay. I've messed up a couple times now. I'm pretty distracted. At this point, I need to take it seriously. Let's go. You're gonna do that. Alright, here we go. The fight is now for real. Doing that. Get behind him. So he's basically just a stronger version of the Asylum. I'm sorry if I don't talk too much during this, I gotta concentrate. Stabbed him right in the butt. Or actually, I guess it went under them. That's gotta be okay, he's doing that. Alright, move. Ah, I didn't get out of the way fast enough. Yep. Now the annoying thing with this guy is that move that he had just done can be it can stun lock you. Like he can do it and then just do it again and you can't get up and escape. And it'll kill you really fast. So you really don't want to get hit by it. Because it can make the fight basically completely unfair. So if there's any attack you don't want to get hit by, it's the one where he swings his weapon to the side and it makes the explosion. The one where he slams, that one. The one where he slams it isn't as bad if you get hit by it. to win. And with that, the stray demon is down. And we got a Titanite slab and some humanity and a homeward bone. So the Titanite slab, we're going to be using it for the final upgrade of our weapon. Plus 15. And with that, we're back here. So yeah, that fight takes some time. So the video's already halfway over. Dexterity, and let's go with endurance. Alright, we're heading back. So basically, if you walk over any of that on your second visit, then the floor crumbles and you're stuck in the boss fight. So be careful where you walk in that main room if you don't want to trigger the boss fight yet. The boss fight can only trigger on your return visit, so at least that's nice. Alright. Now, returning back and forth between the asylum and Lordran is pretty fast now. It skips the whole waiting forever, and it'll just trigger the cutscene as soon as you rest. Alright. Let's heal so I don't die with the drop I'm about to make. Because we're just going to drop down here. Okay, I probably would have barely survived, but still. I didn't want to just die and then I'd have to I'd be back at the asylum again. That would have been kind of annoying. So now we're heading down to Blighttown to get my inventory ready. Black leather. This is all the stuff with the highest poison resistance. And just poison resistance is very, very handy in Blighttown. So keep in mind I'm saying this is the stuff I have with the highest poison resistance. Not the highest poison resistance in the game. There are a couple of things that are better. Oh shoot. I can't, well, I guess I'm not going to be fast rolling. That's fine. And there's the elevator. I mean, as long as I'm not fat rolling. Which I'm not. Honestly, it's a little bit less poison resistance. But poison 19 and 12. I should be fine like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this because it's fast. And it doesn't hurt my poison resistance too much. Because this hat still has really high poison resistance. So now we're going this way. getting this guy's attention to fight him on his own. It's fighting both of these guys together can be a pain. So these guys are a little tougher because the timing for their parries, like fighting a lot of enemies is all about learning timing for parries a lot of the time, and these guys' timing is a little different than a lot of people who have experienced by now. So it took me a second. It took me a minute to deal with them my first time through. My first time ever dealing with these kinds of enemies. Kate was doing that. Alright, I think that's it. Yep. Alright, let's keep going. So this chest right here holds the key to New Londo Ruins. So the key to get through the gate that I was using to get into the Valley of Drakes. So that's how you would open up that gate if you didn't start with the Master Key. And if you can't tell, this is actually the exit to Blacktown, not the entrance. Going into... oh, shoot. Okay, good, I did not fall far. I was... that would have been upsetting. So, going down here. It's a very fall far. If I had fallen all the way down there, I'd be dead. Unless I save myself. How you save yourself from falling is you quickly exit the game and reload before you hit the ground. The game will reload you back to where the last piece of earth you were solid ground you were standing on. So you gotta be fast if you can save yourself like that. I mean, you saw, since I started to fall, I started fidgeting with the menu. Alright, let's, reverse Halloween. Okay, that was weird, it didn't play the animation. And Kindle. So my reason for that is I'm going to be down here at this bonfire for quite a bit. And it's also the bonfire I'm going to use to fight the next boss. Anyway, over here, there's Man-Eater Mildred. That's another NPC invader, like in the last episode. Oh hey, we got an actual player symbol here. A Sunbro. So if I wanted to summon them, I could. That would be kind of cool. But every person you summon increases the health of the boss, which isn't really that big of a deal because you got a whole nother person fighting them with you. So my advice, if you're having trouble with a boss, go human. Summon 2 people. 3 players, 1 boss. The boss goes down easy. So that's the easy way to deal with a boss that you're stuck on. And we got a dragon scale. It's used to upgrade the dragon weapons, or the tail weapons. The weapons that you get by cutting off the tails of dragons. shards, so... But it's time to start collecting. This might take a bit of time grinding. So I think well, I'm gonna do one round of it, not fast forward, and then I'm gonna fast forward until it's done. So grab this. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm gonna clear out almost the entire swamp. The swamp portion of Blighttown specifically. I mean, not the entirety of Blighttown, because I do not want to go towards the entrance of Blighttown. That place is a mess. There's a reason I avoided it by entering through the back. That item's not really worth it unless you're doing strength and you want... It's another slow but powerful weapon that requires a lot of strength to use. And you gotta deal with 2 of those boulder guys to get to it. So it can be kind of a pain. But I mean, if that's the kind of build you're going for, you might want to take it. It's basically the weapon that the other guys were using. Alright, with this, we got tattered cloth. It's the clothing that you start with as a pyromancer. And it's even better for poison resistance than what I was wearing. And it's still light. So these are the guys, these leeches, that have a chance to drop large Titanite shards. And I might be killing them for a while, I might not, it depends on my luck. So I'm hoping for a fast grinding session. Oh, I missed. Got him. Got a couple of them. And no one's dropped any so far. That's just my luck. Alright. Let's heal. Oh man, I missed him. That sucks. Another large Titanite shard. So these guys can also drop green Titanite shards. They drop them 5 at a time, which are used to upgrade magic and fire. It's from 0 to +5. So if you're doing that route, keep that in mind. You can come down here at a very... You can actually, like, if you start with the master... I've done this before with magic-based runs. You start with the master key, come down here really early, and just kill these guys until you get green Titanites. You can, if you're willing to take the time, you could have a +5 magic weapon before you even fight Taurus Demon. I've done it a few times. It's a slow process, but it can be worth it if you want to one-shot Taurus Demon. So we're down to the last few slugs for the first run through. Alright. Take the heal. So up there is towards the Great Hollow, which is a bonus area. I'll probably go into it later in the game just because. Hey, a large Titanite shard. and there's a single green Titanite shard. So that's all of the leeches. So what I'm gonna do is rest at the bonfire to respawn them all and just do it again. And that's literally all I'm gonna do until I have enough to upgrade the weapon to +10. So we're gonna sit here, reinforce weapon. 7 +8. I just need 5 more, and that's literally going to be our grinding session. So from here I'm gonna fast forward until I'm done. Green and green. I'll slow it down there. That's an example of, like, with that, you can now do a +5 magic weapon if you're doing a magic run through. Your grinding would be done. And my grinding is continuing. I still need 2 more. So, back to fast forwarding. And there we go. Last large Titanite shard. I could just leave those guys alone, and the other guys that kill last, and head back right now. So yeah, welcome back. I've been doing that for a good... I'd say that took me a good... I hear listen to these guys. I kind of started running towards them out of habit. That took me a good 10-15 minutes. It felt a lot longer than it was, I imagine. So it's not that bad. So now we just... There we go, +10. I also leveled up once while I was there. I put 1 level in dexterity. So now we're heading this way. Alright. So, poisoned. Let me use one of these. So over at this spot right here, there's an NPC there that actually doesn't spawn in unless you have a +10 pyromancy flame or higher, or somebody else gets entered into your game with that level of pyromancy flame. Either one can trigger it. But she is Quelana, and she will teach. She's basically a better pyromancy teacher than the guy that we rescued. But you kind of need him to even have her, so don't think about abandoning him if you're going down the route of pyromancy. They're both important. Alright. Let's use another purple moss pump so I'm not poisoned while I'm fighting him. Oh, sorry, I was distracted for a moment. So here is Manny or Mildred, the person the NPC that we fought earlier. Her summon sign shows up after you've beaten her. So we could have her help us with the fight if we wanted. But we're not. Alright, Chaos Witch Quelaag. Oh boy, all the jokes that me and Peyton made about this boss. So yeah, it's actually kind of tough for newer people. Well, every boss is tough for newer people. Every boss is actually just tough in general. They just kind of feel easier when you've gotten used to them after a while. Alright, she's doing that again. Do not want to be near her when she's hugging the spider. See, that did a lot of damage. I didn't get away. Shit. I got trapped. That's why they say you don't want to get trapped between her and the lava. So yeah, even as an experienced player, sometimes mistakes are made. So I was gonna kill her and then the next boss because it's really close by, but yeah, we'll see what things are looking like after I kill her. Let's go. There's a couple of these guys. I think I can't see what I'm doing while I'm running. Yeah, I made it. Not bad. I walked my way over to the entrance hall. I'm messing with the menu. I'm not too bad. Alright. Oh, gorgeous view. Weakness, ranged battle. That is true. If you can hit her directly with something, not the spider, it will stun her instantly. So you can stun lock her with magic, for example, if you have good aim. But since I'm using range, can't really do that. She's also immune to fire, if you can't tell by just looking at her. So pyromancy is a waste of time. Oh shit, I was stuck inside her legs. Oh. God, I'm doing a bad job. Oh, I think I hit her directly. Yeah, lucky with that, you can't usually do that with melee attacks. I only know of like one melee weapon that can actually stun her. That's the Black Knight Halberd. The only melee weapon in my brain that I know about that can stun her. Alright, and she's dead. Wait. So now we're heading up. 20,000 souls. And well, you know, it's the second bell. I realized I skipped the cutscene for the first spell, I think. And that wasn't on purpose. But I definitely don't want to skip this one, because the last cutscene was just showing the bell. This one, there's a little bit more to it. would you look at that? After ringing the second bell, come on. A fortress opened up. It's actually over by Andre of Stora.
Oh dear, what have we here? Are you a new servant?
Yes.
But you have no eggs. Ah, no matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
So, yeah, I usually don't use the souls after Quelaag because there's one more fight, like pretty much right after. I was gonna kill them, but this episode's kind of dragging on. So with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.